Can we talk about the Undertaker's Hall of Fame speech for a second? Now, I know the Undertaker been a wrestler for 30 years, and cutting promos is like breathing to him, but this guy was amazing during his Hall of Fame speech. He was funny, he was engaging, he was telling stories, he was making jokes about other people, he made jokes about Stephanie McMahon, he made jokes about Kane, he talked about his old crew. I think the Undertaker has a second career as a motivational speaker or something, because this just blew me away. This year's Hall of Fame should have 100% just been about Undertaker. Him telling stories, people telling stories about him. He told a story about how Paul Bearer was such an asshole that would always prank him. Those of you that don't know, the Undertaker has a fear of cucumbers. So Paul Bearer would always carry around a cucumber and leave it for places for Undertaker to find, like in his bag. And Undertaker mentioned at the ceremony that he left a cucumber in his water. I'm just shocked at how engaging he was, seeing that the only promos he ever cut were slow-paced and saying, "Rest in peace." He also thanked a lot of people for his career, like Bruno Sammartino, Bret Hart, and Dusty Rhodes. And he mentioned a lot of people he worked with, but he missed out one person. He missed out Mick Foley, and his daughter Noelle Foley was not happy about it all. Pause to read. She more or less says she understands he has a lot of people to thank, but feels like Mick Foley was an important point in his career. And I'm going to have to agree with her on this one. The first pay-per-view I ever watched was Undertaker versus Mick Foley, the night he threw him off the Hell in a Cell. And I've been hooked ever since. So you never know. If it wasn't for that pay-per-view, I might have never been watching wrestling. So how many other people feel the same way? It's kind of messed up that he didn't mention Mick, but in a 30-year career, there's a lot of people to mention. I'm sure there's others that got left out, but I'm sure there's a lot of other people that got left out. Mick is just the most high-profile one. But yeah, man, Undertaker really could talk. Who knew? Oh, and I gotta mention, they gave Scott Steiner a hot mic and he didn't go off. That was shocking in itself.